So for this problem, we would like to find the intervals of monotonicity of f of x equals x over x squared plus 4. And to do so, we need to find the derivative, set it equal to 0, find the critical points, in other words, and then determine the sign of the derivative on the intervals defined by those critical points. So let's start with the derivative. So this will be, according to the quotient rule, 1 times x squared plus 4 minus x times 2x, that's the derivative of the denominator, over x squared plus 4 whole squared, which is 4 minus x squared over x squared plus 4 whole squared. We set the derivative equal to 0. And the only way that the derivative, which is a fraction, can be equal to 0 is if the numerator is equal to 0. And this implies that x will be plus or minus 2. Okay, so we're going to form the monotonicity diagram. So we have minus 2 and 2. And we have 2 rows on this diagram or table, let's call it a table actually, that have the behavior of f prime in terms of signs and the behavior of f in terms of monotonicity. So how about f prime? F prime is known to be 0 at -2 and 2. And in order to find the sign of f prime, take a look at f prime. This is f prime. We only need to focus on the numerator. Why is that? Because the denominator is a square and it's always positive. So let's start with the interval from 2 to infinity. Plug in a huge number, let's say 1,000. Then you will get 4 minus 1,000 squared. That will give you certainly a negative number. So it has to be negative here. For the interval from -2 to 2, choose 0. If you plug it in, you get 4, which is a positive number. And for the interval on the left of -2, you can take, for example, -1,000, so the opposite of what we got before, which will give us exactly the same thing because of the square. So it will give us, in other words, a negative number. That makes the function decreasing here, increasing here, and decreasing here. And by the way, this means that this is a local minimum. We were not asked to determine that, but it's a good idea to notice that. And the final answer that we will give is that f is decreasing on the interval from -infinity to -2. F is increasing on the interval from -2 to 2. And f is decreasing on the interval from 2 to infinity. And that's all. Thanks for watching.